guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rise. I'm here at the New York Auto Show, and guess what? We're bringing you something brand new. This is the all-new 2020 Subaru Outback. This is one that I know a lot of you have been waiting for, and of course we're going to bring it to you here on Rady's Rise. Let's talk a little bit about Subaru's history. Subaru's been around since 1968, believe it or not, on North American continent. It's all because of a Canadian by the name of Malcolm Bricklin who decided to bring the brand to North America, and since then things have just built and built and built, and now Subaru is just known for not only their great all-wheel drive system, not only their great safety features, but also just a car that's going to hold its resale value and be something that gets passed down from generation to generation in your household. You've seen those Subaru commercials, you know what I'm talking about. And what better backdrop than here at the New York Auto Show for this Outback. It's amazing because you feel like you're in the woods here. That's what Subaru's all about. Forestry, protecting the environment, loving dogs, loving kids, and everybody else out there. So let's go ahead and take a look at the Subaru Outback, the all-new Subaru Outback. Right off the bat, you can see the styling. This Outback now sits on the global architecture that all Subaru products are moving towards, the Ascent, the Impreza, Crosstrek. So what that means is it's going to be a more rigid chassis, and it's going to be something that you could build upon, especially when you're looking at a car like the Outback. I love the style of the lighting, LED lighting, LED DRLs. I like the way they're doing their DRLs. It really brings in brand awareness and connection. A little bit of silver in there, very nicely done. And you can see the design. They could have just went flat straight across, but they didn't decide to do that. They actually put some character into it. Just like Outbacks before it, we have some flat black down here, nice lighting, it looks great, and I think this is going to be great because you're going to the forest. This is going to take a better beating than if it was all gloss black. When we get to the grille area, I love the silver trim around the outside, the flat silver across the top middle with that massive Subaru logo, and I really like the design built into the actual grille, flat black both top and bottom. And I also think it was great that they continued using the silver down here to really show its off-roadness, its aggressive appeal. 8.6 inches of ground clearance. A lot of other SUVs don't even have near that. This isn't an SUV though. People always ask me, Joe, is an Outback an SUV? No, it's a wagon. And that's what I love about it. It's just a great car to drive. And if you have not been behind the wheel, the 2021 is definitely going to be exciting because guess what? It's back as an option, XT. Look at it, I did it. XT. That's the turbocharged flat 4 engine. This one doesn't have it, but it is an option. You can get it on the Outback. So as we come around the corner, I love this color, DGM, dark gray metallic, one of my favorite colors on a Subaru besides World Rally Blue, of course. As we come to the side area though, I like the flat black around the fender well. I even like this extra indentation, just a little bit of character line added to the Outback. Now when we drop down, you'll see the style of wheel. Is it very glitzy and glammy? No, but Subarus really aren't known for going crazy with wheel design. I do like the brushed aluminum, the gunmetal gray, and overall just a very, very nice looking wheel. 18 inches wheel. So when we say 18 inch, we're talking about the diameter of the wheel, nicely done. As we go up onto the fender, here's where things start to get really different from previous Outbacks. Upscale attention to detail and materials. Look at the brushed aluminum on the top of the mirror here. You have the silver trim all the way into the bottom, little bit of flat black. You got your turn signal LED right here, like the chrome trim all the way around, top and bottom, up onto the roof. Of course, it's not an Outback if you don't have roof rails. So you have the roof rails there, a nice gloss silver with some flat black ABS. You could get the Subaru cross rails, which allow you to put a kayak, camping gear, whatever, up on top. Little bit of gloss, and then still that continuation of the silver. I like the way they brought that in. Let's drop it down. Continuation of the flat back down here. I love the character that it puts into the Outback, and that really is just what makes the car so special. If you forgot what it's called, there it is. It's the Outback. As we continue down the side, rear quarter window. Well done. One of my favorite parts is the trim. As the trim comes down around the rear quarter window, it kind of flares out to a nice rounded point, looks good. And then speaking of looking good, the tail end of the business, I'm liking what they did with the Outback. One of my things that I really think is smart with an Outback compared to, say, the Forester is when you look at the overall height of the roof, it's manageable. I'm 6 feet tall, but yet if I need to get the kayaks up on the roof, I'm not gonna even need to really hustle and get any type of ladder or step stool. It's still perfectly manageable with an Outback. On the back end of the business, I love the taillights, the way they're designed. I think you're gonna see more of this spill into the other lineup as time goes by. There's more of that silver trim across the bottom to match what was found up front. You got the Subaru logo. Remember, full all-time all-wheel drive. That's gonna keep your family safe, and guess what? Subaru has cracked the code that you could have full-time all-wheel drive and get great MPGs. And if you notice, no exhaust, no mufflers hanging down in the back. That's another nice touch that Subaru does because they know that you're taking this on trail roads, dirt roads, and you'd be impressed what this all-wheel drive can do. Let's go ahead and pop the hood and see what we're working with underneath that hood of the new Outback. All right, guys, we got the hood popped on this particular Outback. Like I said, you have two engine choices. This one is going to be that tried and true. It's that flat 4. It's putting out a 182 horsepower, 2.5 liter. Remember, the reason why they call it a boxer engine is because those pistons are horizontal and they're going back and forth like little punching gloves. My advice is go with the turbocharged engine. You're looking at a 2.4 liter, 260 horsepower. Yes, it's mated to a CVT transmission, so if you're not in love with that, it's probably gonna bother you a little bit, but overall, I'm telling you, from my driving experiences with the Outback, the CVT is a lot better than in some other brands, particularly like Nissan. But let's go ahead. We've seen underneath the hood. I like how there's not a bunch of black plastic all over the place. Let's go check out the interior because get ready to get your mind blown. All right, guys, we're inside the Outback, and here's where the game changes. Subaru keeps upping their game with the quality materials. Let's go to those door panels. I love what they've done. They broke up the sea of black and they've brought in some nice colors. You got the brown, you got some silver and some gloss black, white contrast stitching, really tasteful, done right. I think they hit the nail on the head. As we come to the dash, soft material, there's some more of that faux leather. I like the white stitching, silver on the AC vents, and then bam, it hits you like a ton of bricks. Look at this infotainment system. That's over 11 inches. I think it's crazy that they're switching to vertical design. Looks great with the silver trim, the leather around it. You get a nice little cubby area. Look at that's pretty deep cubby area. USB, aux jack. You have your electric e-brake here. You got where you could change your camera views, because remember, you have a front camera and of course rear camera. This is what's going to be controlling the transmission. I know you're going to hate it. CVT, it happens. I guess we're just going to have to suck it up. Leather on the boot. Even here, the simulated leather stitching. Nice soft material. 2 large cup holders. And then I really dig this center console. I like the way it's got this swing up tray so you could have your Slim Jims all lined up here for the long trip to the woods. CD player, that's where we're putting the CD player. So if you're crying, where do I put my CDs, my Bon Jovi CD? This is where it goes, right here in the center console. You got a 12 volt, closes up very nicely. And then if you thought I was lying about quality materials, there it is right on the label, Napa. No, we're not talking about Napa Valley, California. Napa leather, soft like a baby's tush, newborn baby. I like the perforated material. I like the nice contrast stitching, and just the overall design of the seat. Very comfortable. You look above, hey, what's up? You got a nice sunroof. Nothing for the passengers, but hey, who cares? You're the driver, you're the boss. You get some vitamin D shining on you. Also, I like the frameless mirror. All cars need to have this. But why don't you come on over to the business end and I'll show you what's happening behind the wheel. All right, guys, business end, behind the wheel. Overall, I love how comfortable this Outback is. This is something that I've driven these before, and they're just so great, and I understand why people hold on to them and then they pass them down to their kids and everybody else's kids. But overall, great steering wheel. Love the thickness of the wheel. You have some nice gray cross stitching here around the inside of the wheel. Attractive looking horn button with the Subaru logo. It gets a little crazy on the buttons, but once you learn them, it's okay. You got a heated steering wheel, cruise control. There's that faux leather with the stitching in it. Really like the touches. And then of course, here's really the gem in Subaru's safety crown. That's that EyeSight system. This is EyeSight 2.0. You can see how much slimmer and trimmer it is than the boxier older units. Allows you to have a nice view out over the hood. Analog instrumentation with an LED display in the center. It's totally manageable, doable. Let's check out the back seat and see what your passengers are going to be doing as you go down that mud road. All right, guys, back seat time, tons of room, 6 feet tall, and in this wagon, it shows all the SUVs how to get the business done. You're in style. I want to wrap myself like a blanket in this Napa leather. I like what they do on the back of the seats. It's a darker material because we know those kids with their sticky, dirty fingers and feet and God knows what else are going to be touching these seats. It's going to hide all that. You got a nice little command center, heated rear seats, rear AC, and I also like the USB. Now, I wish one thing, I'm going to zonk about this because I'm seeing it on more cars, is I wish the AC vents were in the ceiling. I think that it would help with cooling overall, but it's nice that it's there, comfortable as can be. This is what it is all about for your Outback. But let's go ahead and check out that cargo area to see, has anything changed back there? All right, guys, the tail end of the business, behind the Outback, you press the button, power assisted rear tailgate. Look at the room. First of all, I just want to show you how low the entryway is into this cargo area. Very well done, and that's why I love the Outback, that wagon style. Lots of room, even with the seats up, but guess what? Those seats are going to do the 60-40 split, and you're going to have even more room. You want to get to it? Right there. Boom. Look at that. You want to see the other one go down? Boom. Look how nice and flat that is. Tons of space, really spot on with how they design. Even have a 12 volt. So when you're out camping and you need to plug something in, you don't have to go to the front. You go right to the Outback. Get it? The back of the Outback. But let's go ahead, and if you're ready, I'm ready to wrap up this Outback. Let's go do it. All right, guys, it's been a wonderful day here at the Acadia Forest Park up in Maine. No, really, I'm at the New York Auto Show, but that's what I feel like. I feel like right now I'm at the Acadia National Forest Park. But what a car, the 2020 Subaru Outback. If these are the types of cars you like to see on Rady's Rides, leave a comment in that comment section. If you're new to the channel, you're on your way out, click that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Rady's Rides family. Check out all my different forms of social media. If you want to get yourself some merch, click the link in the description. Takes you right to Spreadshirt. I got to give it to my wonderful, beautiful, calm, strong woman, Lori, my wonderful wife, working that camera like a champ, showing everybody how it is done. We've actually had other YouTubers come up to her to say, what are you doing? How do you get the angles? Lori's not telling anybody. Shh. Namaste. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.